Hello everyone, in our series of special interviews, today joining us is England all-rounder Chris Woakes, or should I introduce you as Dr. Woakes? What would you prefer?
I'm sure I prefer just Chris Woakes. That'd be fine.
But it's fantastic. I mean, in 2022, not only your team has won the T20 World Cup, you have got yourself a doctorate. I mean, how would you rate 2022 for yourself?
Yeah, it has been a pretty surreal year, really. Very much an up and down year for myself, actually. Missed a lot of the summer through injury. Had a bit of a rough knee injury, which obviously had to have surgery towards the back end of the summer. And I didn't even know if I was going to make the World Cup, really. I didn't know if I'd be fit. So to be sat here now with a World Cup winners medal and, as you say, a honorary doctorate as well, it really has been an amazing end to the year. So yeah, really good year in the end.
So, Chris, is that the reason why someone like you, in such a fantastic year, would say no to IPL? Who does that?
I know. It's one of those decisions which I have had to really think about. It wasn't something which, to be honest, I'd still love to be able to go. It's just in the current climate of so much cricket, the scheduling, so many international fixtures, along with other tournaments which I've committed to. Obviously, being ILT20 with Sharjah, there's just not enough time to be able to do everything. So yeah, unfortunately, gonna have to miss IPL this year, but fingers crossed. Next year, then hopefully I can make another appearance. That'd be great.
Problem of plenty. I think that's the issue with modern day cricketers. And also juggling between various formats. So, how did Sharjah Warriors come about? Your decision to play in the inaugural UAE T20 League. How are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, so I mean, originally when I first started having conversations with Sharjah, uh, it was based around. Originally, it was towards the back end of the English summer, and I hadn't actually played much cricket as I mentioned with my injury. So I was looking ahead as if to say, when can I get back and get back fit and playing cricket? And this was part of a good opportunity to be a part of obviously a new amazing tournament, and obviously to be a part of a great team as well. So once I'd committed and signed the deal with them, I've obviously been really excited to be a part of it. So that's how it really came about. Obviously, Paul Farbrace, who I know really well, is head coach, and obviously Moeen Ali is captain as well. So got some familiar faces, and I'm really excited about the challenge that lies ahead.
And how do you rate the team's chances? Because, like you said, there are a lot of familiar faces for English players. A lot of you find space in this team. How would you really rate your chances in the league?
Yeah, I mean it's hard to say, isn't it, when you're obviously coming into a new tournament, a new competition where every team is coming against each other for the first time. No one really knows each other too well, um, but I think we've got a great chance. Obviously, we've got a good side, well balanced. Players from all over the world. We just need to obviously get together and hopefully gel well, and then you've just got a great opportunity to try and do well. But I think most and foremost is we'll have a great time. We'll enjoy each other's company, and hopefully that kind of drags us onto the field with some good form and some good cricket behind us as well.
Chris, it's very interesting that in the coming year, you say that your priority is to prepare yourself for the Ashes. You want to, you want to be selected for the team's test side. It's
Yeah.
also the year when we are entering the One Day International World Cup, less than a
Yes.
year away now, which is going to take place in the subcontinent in India. So, in such a year, how are you planning to really juggle between keeping yourself fit and available for the shorter format, as well as working for the longer format of the game?
Yeah, well, that was part of my reasoning for not going to IPL as well. Really, as a fast bowler, you really do need to look after your body and make sure you're in the best shape possible. And there's no guarantee that I will, keep myself fit and be available and selected for the Ashes. But I feel that I'm giving myself the best opportunity to do that, and that's part of I suppose, the modern cricketer having to make those decisions. They're not easy, and it's almost impossible to play everything. So, I'm excited about what comes this year. Obviously there is a big Ashes series, and then there's a World Cup right at the end of it as well. So, I want to make sure that I am hopefully giving myself the best opportunity to play for England for as long as I possibly can. And I believe that the decisions that I've made will hopefully help me do that.
So let's talk about Chris Woakes, the cricketer, who really is, let's say, very loyal about his association as far as his county is concerned. Warwickshire, more than a decade and a half. Decade and a
Yeah.
half. What about new associations like Sharjah Warriors? Because in IPL, you've changed three teams. Are you going to
Yes.
be sticking around with Sharjah Warriors?
I suppose that decision might be out of my control. I think with the teams that I've played with at IPL is, they're the teams that have wanted me. So you kind of go where you're wanted, really. Yeah, hopefully this is the start of a long sort of standing relationship with Sharjah Warriors. But that will be down to, I suppose, whether I, one, perform well, two, whether they want to keep hold of me for the following year. Um, and yeah, obviously injury related as well. So fingers crossed, it is the start of a long-standing relationship. But I suppose you just never know in cricket. Obviously I'm going to try and perform my best as I possibly can, and hopefully that will be enough to keep me there.
Chris, I would also love to have your comment on the recent whitewash that England handed to Pakistan in the Test series. I mean, it's incredible. And the kind of cricket we saw was fabulous. You regret not being there, missing on it?
No, I don't regret, because I wasn't really available for selection for that tour because I haven't played Test cricket in a little weird period of time. So I wasn't really available for selection. So, I wasn't surprised that I wasn't picked to go. Um, but to be able to see what the team has done has been fantastic. To watch them win so easily and so well. In the manner that they've done it as well. To win 3-0 in Pakistan is an incredible effort. And, obviously the batting has been fantastic. Harry Brook being the standout performer. But I think also that the bowlers in those conditions have just been outstanding. So, real credit to the way they've gone about it. And Ben's leading the team fantastically well. So, yeah, great to watch.
Yeah, and we Indians are worried that you guys are planning something big for the coming World Cup. Is there some special preparation going on to prepare for the subcontinent pitches?
Um, I don't think so. We've got a lot of players that have played a lot of cricket in the subcontinent, so you'd like to think that we'll be going there with some good experience. But look, playing cricket in India, in India is an amazing experience. I've always loved playing in India, whether that be for England against India, or at IPL. So I'd love to be a part of that World Cup at the end of 2023. It's a real goal that I want to get myself there and be a part of that team to try and defend the title. But that's not going to be easy to do. But amazing, hopefully to be a part of that. And it's a big year before that. Obviously, a lot of cricket to be played. So hopefully, I can get myself in the right position
But Chris,
to be selected.
there's a constant debate in India about how recently we're seeing a lot of our national players picking up injuries, not being available for big series, big tournaments because of injuries. And everybody blames that all of these guys are available when it comes to IPL and leagues. How come they are not able to manage their workload in a way that if at all you have to miss or give rest to your body, it should be during the IPL, but you should be always available for national team selection. You are setting another trend of sorts. You are going to county cricket. You are letting go of the big prize money that comes with IPL because you want to be there for your team, for your national side. Is there any advice in workload management that you can share with your contemporaries?
Um, it's tricky. I think everyone's position is different. Obviously, I've made the decision that I've made this year, probably based on the fact that I missed a lot of cricket last year throughout the summer. I missed the whole English summer last summer through a knee injury. So I feel like I want to play the English summer this year. We as international cricketers, I feel like you only have a certain amount of time to try and peak and play at your best. I still feel like I'm at my best at the minute, and I feel like I want to make the most of that for playing for England. So, there's no right or wrong. I think everyone's got different priorities, and that's absolutely fine. But I think it's purely down to the individual, and the individual have different ideas on how they go about it. One of mine is that I want to play as much cricket for England as possible. But also, I have a young family at home. I think, another 10 weeks in India without seeing them would have been hard work as well. So there's many different factors.
All right, Chris, it was a pleasure talking to you. And I know you are home this December to spend Christmas and
Yeah.
New Year's with your young kids. and your family. It's going to be fantastic. All the best for 2023, and it was a pleasure having to speak to you.
Thanks ever so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.